Childhood memories are etched in our hearts, unfading with time. I am no exception, and a certain summer at my grandmother's house in the countryside remains vivid in my mind. Every summer, it was a family tradition to visit my grandmother's house in the countryside. The old wooden house, surrounded by vast rice fields and distant green mountains, was a stark contrast to my urban life. During summer vacation, I enjoyed rural activities like swimming in the river, exploring the mountains, and catching cicadas and fireworks with the local children. In that countryside, there was a scary story among the children called The Voice from the Well. It was said that if you went near the old well, you could hear a voice. I listened with half belief, thinking it was just a children's tale. One evening, we decided to visit the old well. The moonlight guided us as we held hands and walked toward the well. The countryside night was silent and dark, with only the sounds of insects and the wind adding to the eerie atmosphere. The old well, surrounded by moss, seemed to have existed for ages without human touch. Peering into the well, we initially heard nothing, but after a while, a faint, human-like whisper reached our ears. "Help me!" It was a voice of despair. Startled, we exchanged fearful glances. Anxiety and fear took over, and suddenly I shouted, "Run!" We all dashed back to the house. We shared our terrifying experience that night, but we agreed to keep it a secret. Years later, as a high school student, the summer memory resurfaced. Driven by curiosity, I returned to my grandmother's house and visited the old well. In the quiet afternoon, I stood by the well again, peering in. Suddenly, I slipped and fell into the well. When I regained consciousness, I was enveloped in darkness. It was already night, with only a faint moonlight illuminating the well's entrance. As I tried to get up, a sharp pain shot through me. I had broken my right leg. The intense pain rendered me unable to call for help, only managing a low groan. Then, I sensed someone approaching. I whispered, "Help me!" I heard children's footsteps, followed by the shout, "Run!" Silence returned soon after. I lost consciousness again, but fortunately, villagers found and rescued me the next morning. Though severely injured, I underwent successful surgery and rehabilitation, and now I can walk normally. It might sound absurd, but I believe the voice shouting "Run" was my own voice from my middle school days. And the whisper I heard that night might have been my own. The thought sends chills down my spine.